sit back and throw one back with your pinky in the air and a middle finger to the world, and join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as I look back on this day in pro wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and join the Gentleman Bastard Brigade. And without further ado, let's get our wrestling nerd on. It is March 8th, and we're going to start off as we always do on a positive note. That's right, these are your pro wrestling birthdays. 1977, indie journeyman Derek Wilde. 1983, Dreamwave wrestler Mason Beck. And last but not least, 1986, the most underutilized talent in the WWE, Chad Gable. Of course, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for March 8th. 1985, Wild Bull Curry. 2007, the luchador known as Black Shadow. Alright, enough of the sad stuff. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. That's right, these are your pro wrestling history highlights for March 8th. We are only making 3 stops today in pro wrestling history as we keep it pre-2000. But our first stop, 1983, the Samoans, Afa and Sika, defeat Chief Jay and Jules Strongbow for their third and final WWF World Tag Team titles in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Keeping with the tag team theme, 1987, the WWF run a tag team tournament in East Rutherford, New Jersey. In the main event final, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, the Hart Foundation, defeat the Can-Am Connection, Rick Martel and Tom Zink, to win the tournament. And our last stop in this short trip in pro wrestling history, 1996, ECW held the first night of their Big Ass Extreme Bash weekend at the Lost Battalion Hall in Queens, New York. The second show would be the next night in Philadelphia. This would be Mick Foley's last weekend in ECW as Cactus Jack before going to the WWF as Mankind. In the main event of the evening, ECW World Champion Raven defeated the Sandman after a DDT into the section of a guardrail. Those were your short but sweet pro wrestling history highlights for March 8th. I'm the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, and we'll see you tomorrow.